in Chifrimpo. And I work with Aspire Business Network. I think most of you may have already been exposed to what we do, but just so we are all on the same page, I will restate why we are here and then introduce the participants, those people who will be speaking. Okay, so our company, we do a lot of things, including skills development and obviously labor migration, or is it called labor export. And I know all of you here are nurses, so we are recruiting nurses from around the world, including Ghana. And so we are interested in you. We are interested in getting you here. Our core goal is to get people to come here to work. But once and when we started, we realized that there were a lot of people who had a lot of interest in coming to the United States to work as nurses, but they didn't really either know the process or found the process a little cumbersome. So what we have done is simplify it for you. And then in addition to simplifying it for you, we have created some resources that can make you successful. This is an orientation to our NCLEX classes, one of the ways to simplify it for you and to make it accessible to you. We created the NCLEX program out of necessity because there are not a lot of programs that are created specifically for people outside of the United States, especially in Africa. Because even though the education itself may be the same, scenarios and things are a little different. So you have to learn how to be a nurse in America. That is the purpose of our training. So we have a very qualified nurse who will be taking you through the principles of passing the NCLEX. She was educated in Ghana, and she had some of her education here too. So she was in Ghana, she did the NCLEX, she migrated, and now she is a professor in the United States. We have been doing NCLEX training for a long time now, but this one is a little different because you see, once you run a program, you see the things that you should do and the things that you shouldn't do and the things that you should do differently. So from experience, we have created this particular program. So you guys will be very lucky because instead of creating a classroom where you have a lot of people, this one is one-on-one. So she gives you that detailed, specific, training that you need, so that she's not teaching 20 people and trying to solve 20 problems with 20 different identities at the same time. She goes through a predictor exam, she sees where you are, creates a curriculum specific to you, uses that to make sure that you are successful in your NCLEX endeavor. So I have Amanda. She's the program manager, the person who manages the program. She's here. She will be speaking very soon. And then I have Joshua. Joshua also works with us, and he will also explain what he's going to, be doing as far as using our online resources and getting you registered and getting you started and things of that nature. So Amanda will introduce herself. Joshua will introduce himself. And then we will actually start, the actual thing and talk about the costing and things of that nature. So, Amanda, over to you.
Thank you, Kwame. Hi, everyone. As Kwame rightly said, my name is Amanda, and I manage the Aspire Skills Hub platform. So just a brief introduction. The Aspire Skills Hub platform, we cater to students who want to be in the US for school, as well as the nursing program. So nice to meet you all, and we hope you enjoy this session. Joshua can take over.
All right, thank you. My name is Joshua Rochich, as you can. And first of all, congratulations to each and every one of you for how far you've come, having your nice degree and being able to come over to US. So congratulations on that. Next step is to prepare for NCLEX, which is easy and also not, but we're here to help you with the technology part.
Joshua,
Online resources.
Joshua, we can barely hear you. So speak up and check your connection too. We can barely hear you.
Okay, let me change my device. Let me change my device.
Sure.
I'll continue. Yeah, you can continue, then I'll do the introduction.
Okay, sure. All right. So Joshua will be back, but so that we don't waste your time, we have a document that we'll be sending out to you. And so Amanda is going to go over the document with you, talk about the key principles of the program, what it looks like, what it takes. For those who are going to be signing up to do this, this is what you're going to get. So she's going to go over it with you so that we all have the same understanding and that we are all on the same page. Everybody who goes through our training and does it successfully will be recruited by us. We will give you a hospital to work for who will file your documentation. So you're not going to go through the training, finish, and then we don't have a job. If you pass the NCLEX and you do a good job with the rest of the process, you will come here and work for one of our 3 employers that spread across 7 different states. Okay, this thing works. We have people who have done it. And so we know that if you do what we tell you, not what you think you should do, but if you take our advice and go through our process, we will recruit you. If you just want to do this and not be recruited by us, then disregard the pricing on we don't charge for recruitment, but the classes you have to pay for. So if you want to do it, disregard the prices if you don't want to be recruited by us, because then the prices will go up. But if you're going to sign to work with us so that we can get you here, Amanda is going to present the whole document to you. Okay, so thank you very much. And Amanda, over to you.
Thank you, Kwame. Okay, I don't know if everybody or you can all see my screen. I can see in the chat that some people are saying they cannot hear. I hope you can hear us now. No, okay. So I hope you can all see my screen. So I'll just go through the document, and if you have any questions as we go through this, please, you can put it in the chat, or if you do not want anybody to see the question, you can just send me a private message and we will do that question and answer thing later on. So this is the document that we send to everybody or all our nurses who are interested in the process. So from the start, we just try to introduce ourselves, what we do, and what the ABN Nursing Recruitment Program is about. So as Mr. Frimpong clearly stated, we work with 3 main hospitals that are spread across 7 states. Just a moment, let me try and do this. Okay. Okay. So the most important things that we want you to recognize is the qualifications, who can apply. And the very first thing is that the person must be a registered nurse. That is the most important thing, not just a registered nurse. You must either be have experience in general nursing or have a BSN, which is a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. That's very important. And you should have graduated from a fully accredited nursing program in your country. So in Ghana, whichever nursing school that you went to, they should have been fully accredited. And you should also have at least 1 year working experience. And before we even start the process with you, we make sure that you get verified, or you go through the CGFNS certification program, as well as eventually the NCLEX test. And you must also meet all the requirements set by the state of choice. So the good thing about the process is we take you through this entire thing. We advise you on what to do, what not to do. We work together with you just to make sure that your entire process is very smooth and very nice, so that you don't have to deal with those kind of stress issues and all of that. We are readily available to answer your questions anytime that you have any questions. You just reach out to us, and then we are available to help you out with your questions. So one thing is that for those who express interest, we would want you to click on this link. It's a clickable link. Once you click on the link, it takes you to a site which gives you more details about the CGFNS process. So once we send you the form, you can always click on it, and then you can read more about the program. I will try not to go there so that this whole process does not drag too much. But once you get the form, you can click on it so that you can understand what the CGFNS is about if you do not have an idea, and how to go about the CGFNS process. So I think the main things, these are all things that the person who is interested in can read about, so that they can have a better understanding of what the program is about and what it entails. But I think what everybody is mainly interested in is perhaps how the one-on-one is going to be run like, and I will just show you that in a minute. And also, if you have already taken the NCLEX and passed, we are ready to help you out with that. I think Mr. Frimpong will delve deeper into that, but this is just for your information. If you have already passed the NCLEX, you can connect with us. Your process is way easier, so you just let us know, and then we take you through that as well. So with a one-on-one, unlike having a class style whereby you have like lots of students and everybody's asking questions, and maybe when you are shy you cannot even ask questions, this form is a one-on-one kind of class. So you get the chance to interact with your instructor one-on-one, and then ask her questions you don't understand, and she will take her time and run you through like the expectations, how to answer the questions, the things. When she gives you assignments, she will take her time, and maybe the areas that you got it wrong, she will be able to correct you on those areas. So the one-on-one session, it runs from 6 weeks to 3 months. So in case you feel like, hey, maybe you're shocked, as we say in Ghana, if you're shocked and you feel like you can take the program in 6 weeks, hey, do you take it in 6 weeks and then go and take your NCLEX and pass? But if you feel like maybe you are very busy with work, so you just need more time to take the classes, 3 months is enough time. But maybe if you feel like you still need more time, we can work with you around that. So all of this, but then the estimated time is just 6 weeks to 3 months for our students. The good news with this classes is that we have 3 options, okay? And each option has its own price. So with option 1, for those who feel like they are sharks and then they can perhaps take the class in 3 months max. For the 3 months, you just have to pay a tuition of $600, which means each month is $200, and then you just have to pay a registration fee of $250. And then the other good news is that the online materials that we will get for you, you have it for 6 months. So imagine taking the classes for 3 months, you still have extra 3 months to still go back to these online materials to revise ahead of you preparing to take the NCLEX exam. And you have a textbook that you can also use alongside the online material. So in case you want to choose the option 1, that will round up to a total of 1,250 if you want to take the 3 months option. And remember, this is a one-on-one class with the supervisor or the instructor. So it's very beneficial. You get a chance to ask questions and she gets the time to explain things to you. It makes the process very easy for you. However, if you're a very fast learner and you want to take this class within 6 weeks, we have another option for you, and that is the 6 weeks period, which will cost $300 for the tuition. The registration fee remains the same, which is $250. The online material also remains the same, which is $350, and the recommended textbook, which is $50, and it will all round up to $950. However, if you still feel like maybe when you began, you thought, just a moment. Maybe when you began the class, you thought, this class, I think I can take it in 6 weeks. But maybe when you're in the 5th week, you realize that you need more time. Hey, just let us know, and then we will work around extending the time for you. And the final option for this one-on-one class is this. So that's for another 3 months. That's also for another 3 months class, and that is also a 600 tuition cost, 250 for the registration fee, the online materials, which is 350, and then the recommended textbook, which is a $50. So all rounded up to 1,150. And because we've been doing this for quite a while, we advise that often it's always best for the students to at least make full payment by the start date of the first class. However, if for certain situations or anything can happen, you can always communicate to us and then we can work something around. But just let us know, because we are in constant communication with you. So just let us know if maybe for one reason or the other you cannot make the full payment and you desire to do it maybe at another time or something. We can always work something out with you. So please do not be scared. And these are some important links that we have in there, so that if you want to get more understanding about the CGFNS process and what it entails, and then getting recruited to the US, these are important links. So whoever, and I'm hoping it's everybody here, if you are interested in starting, before we wrap up, we will share the email with you. It's already in the document, but we will share it with you so that you can send us an email, and then you just sign on the form. You read the document again, and then you write your name, your number, and you sign on the form. Then we take it there, like we take it right from there, and we will take you through this entire process and guide you through this entire process. So as we go along the way, if you have any more questions or questions pertaining to this form, please you can put it in the chat, or you can just message me privately, and I'll do my best to answer the question eventually. So I'll just let Mr. Inchefrimpong take over. Joshua? Okay, so Joshua will take over again.
All right, thank you, Amanda, for that amazing preview of what is going to happen. And as I said, yes, my name is Joshua Rotich, and I will be helping you out with the technical part. You will be going to study online. You'll have access to online resources and materials, and I'll be here to help you with all that. So I'm the guy behind the computer. I'm your IT guy. I'll be, your rescue plan and the person to run to whenever you have any problem or any issue, apart from what Amanda can handle, of course. All right, so, and congratulations to each and every one of you for, passing and having a license as a nurse, and welcome to America. That's what I was told when I got here. And for you, it's, by next year, about a time like this, when you go the process very well, you should be here in the US. So welcome to America. All right, thank you.
Okay, so I think Amanda has done a good job explaining what the process will look like. And thank you, Joshua, Joshua is the tech guy. Most people don't realize that they will need him more than they need us. because we are using technology to do this. And so that you watch him so that if he doesn't pick up your calls, you know what to do with him. Our process is fairly simple, really, because for those who have already passed the NCLEX, you just send us the information so we can verify. And then we will connect you with an employer. The employer will do an interview. If you pass the interview, and the interview isn't really to fail you or pass you or anything like that, it's just to get to understand you and what maybe flaw or unit or department that you want to work in or whatever. So that will be the first interview. Then the second interview will be a peer interview where you will talk to people who already work in the department where they think you should go and work. And then after that, they'll make you an offer. So I can share the offer with you. If and when you are recruited by us, we file the I-140, which is what will begin the immigration process, okay? And then we file the I-140, we send you other documentations to review and sign and stuff like that, the work contract. We will, at the end of the process, give you a one-way ticket from wherever you may be to wherever you're going to work. So let's say if we recruit you and you're going to Florida, we will fly you to Florida. We provide employment for 60 days, which is 2 months in some instances, and in other instances is 90 days, which is 3 months. We provide transportation to and back and forth to work for that period. So if it's 2 months, 2 months. If it's 3 months, it's 3 months. You work directly for the hospital, which means you get the best pay and working conditions possible. Because now, let me explain this part. There are some people who sign up with agencies. And the agencies, when they bring you here, you don't work for the hospital, you work for the agency. So the hospital pays the agency takes its fees before they pay you. So you could be working in the same hospital with somebody with the same level of experience doing the same work. The person could be earning $50 an hour and you could be earning $25 an hour, okay? That will not even be the worst of it. We have had instances where somebody worked for an agency, got sick, and couldn't go to the hospital where she worked at because her insurance was so bad that it didn't even work in the hospital where she was working. The agencies are for-profit businesses, so they have to make money. If they pay for you to go and take the NCLEX and those things, they have to get that money back. But they don't just get that money back, they get much more back, right? Our process is different. We are facilitators. We are connecting you, the employee, with an employer. So you get the same benefits that people who are from America will get working in the same hospital. So we give you top pay. You get good benefits. We have, I think all three of our employers provide tuition assistance. So that's if, let's say you are a diploma nurse and you get here and you want to become a degree nurse. If you go to school, the hospital actually pays some of the school fees for you. They work on your green card, which means you don't have to go back. Okay, so there are lots of benefits to working with us. I'm Ghanaian, so I understand the situation and I understand a lot of the things that you'll be going through. So I'm not working with a number. Like I'm not just working with someone that I consider an item that we need to work with. I'm working at, I'll be working with you to make sure that the dream that I am enjoying, you also enjoy it. Some of the questions that we've been asked before is, what is the CGFNS? The CGFNS is an organization that authenticates everything you provide, your certificates, the school you went to, your license to work. They work with the US government to make sure that what you have is equivalent to what is expected for you to be able to work here. Okay, so it's not any scary thing. They just evaluate your transcripts and your documents to make sure they are not fake. That process can take time. So now what we advise our students is that after you start the classes, because the classes for the average student is 3 months. I know there's the option to do it in 6 weeks. That will not work for most people because you are learning about 2-3 years worth of education in that period of time. So 3 months is what the average person, needs to be able to really get everything and be able to be successful. So when you start the classes, the second week, you register for the CGFNS so that they can start evaluating your transcript so that by the time you are done in the 3 months, you are ready to go and write the NCLEX because they have to give you the authorization to write the NCLEX. So it's very important that you start that as soon as you begin the classes. The professor has committed to helping with filling the forms and things of that nature, so you can ask questions here and there, and she will be more than willing to support you into filling the forms because the process trying to do it on your own could be intimidating. As a matter of fact, yesterday, and the person is here, I spoke to somebody who tried to do it on their own, and it's like she's wasted a lot of money that she could have used towards actually trying to get the help that is needed, which is what we are doing for you. So the CGFNS authenticates things and authorizes you to write the NCLEX. Once you pass the NCLEX, we take over 97% of the process. There are things that you still have to do. If you are going to the interview at the embassy, we are not going to pay the Uber fees. You have to do that, right? But the big things we take care of. And then we get you here, we get you situated, we get you in a safe environment, we work with you until you don't need us anymore. And then, those type of things. So I think we have covered a lot of the grounds that we need to cover. One of the first questions I have seen is that if you're a diploma nurse, can you apply? That is yes, you can. If you are a diploma general nurse, yes, you can be part of this opportunity. Okay, as long as you did the nursing in an accredited institution, we can work with you. I hold a BEd Health Science with nursing. Let me read. I hold a BEd Health Science with nursing as my major area. Do I qualify? What I would like to ask Isaac is that, are you a registered nurse? If you're a registered nurse and what you are saying is general nursing, of course you do qualify. The next question I say is, do you consider 1 year? Yes, yeah, that is experience. So yes, this will apply. So if you have any questions, I think that what we're going to do is you raise your hands, we'll attempt to address that for you. You don't have to raise your hands like this, but there's a thing you can click and then it will show that you have your hands up and we'll try to answer the question. And if you don't know how to do that, we will call your name if you raise your hand. Let's see, please, do I qualify as a nurse assistant? No, unfortunately, for this opportunity, nurse assistants don't qualify. In the future, it may have something to do, but for now, if you're a nurse assistant, cannot recruit you. I'm sorry. Okay. Do you have anything to add, Amanda or Joshua? Do you have anything from experience?
Personally, I just want to say, this is a very good opportunity for you. Having come here in the US as a student, I would say it is an easy opportunity for you. I mean, it's easy way to come to US. All right, I was saying it's easy. It's an easy way to come to US as a nurse. Come on, look at here. You coming, you getting a job, you getting into the middle class of America, getting a good pay. Even people who graduated with a master's don't even get the salary that you're going to start with. So it is an excellent opportunity. You don't even have to hustle, go to the embassy and everything. Oh, you know, I wish you knew how good the opportunity that you have, and don't procrastinate, get started immediately, and soon you'll be here as well, earning dollars. I wish you all the best as you prepare and get started with everything. Yeah.
Thank you, Joshua. So if you have a question, you can type it in or you can raise your hands and then I will call you. But actually, we have 31 people. So I'll mention names. I'll mention your name if you have a question, then you'll mute and then you ask, okay? So the sound is coming. People can hear us. So if you can't hear us, it's not us, it's you, because we can hear everybody else and the other people can hear us. So fix your stuff if you can hear us. So Afua Aduba, do you have a question? Afia doesn't have a question. Okay, Bright John, do you have a question?
No, please. I don't have a question for now.
Thank you. Thank you. Hannah Sewa Kakari, do you have a question? Oh, Hannah, I don't know about you. Okay, I can't hear Hannah, but I think she said she doesn't have a question. Margaret Edua, do you have a question? Okay, so Margaret doesn't have a question. Kujo Henrita, do you have a question? Your mic is off, so you have to unmute yourself. Do you have a question? Kujo.
Hello.
Yes, Kujo. Do you have
I have a question for you. Yes, please.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, I joined late and I'm a community health nurse. Am I qualified?
No, because my understanding of community health nurse is that you are not a registered nurse, right?
Yes, I'm not a certificate.
No, you don't qualify for this opportunity. But
Is there any other opportunity that I can join?
The other opportunity is if you want to continue education, we can help you perhaps with a scholarship, and then you can do the top up here, and then maybe in the future you can qualify. But for this opportunity, you don't qualify.
All right. Thanks so much.
Matilda Aqua, do you have a question?
No, please.
Okay. Thank you. Mary Asamoah Jamia, do you have a question? Mary, I can't hear you. You are muted.
No, I have no question.
Okay. Mary, you look familiar. Have we spoken before?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you look very familiar. Thank you.
All right.
Fusaini Ibrahim, do you have a question?
No, please. I don't have any question.
Thank you. V, do you have a question? V, your mic is off. Okay, so V, I'm guessing V doesn't have a question. Lord Anani Fuku Frimpong, do you have a question? Lord Anani. Okay, Lord Anani doesn't have a question. Dorcas Laryea.
Yeah. Please, I have.
Okay, so we need to see your face.
Okay.
What's your question?
Okay. So mine is when the first lady was talking, she didn't talk about the group one. I think the form that was sent to us by Ellen, it had one.
You are breaking up, so we can't hear you.
So she didn't really talk about it.
We couldn't hear your question. So please.
So I said, well, I was saying that. Please,
Yeah,
can you
listening.
hear me?
Yeah, we are listening.
Okay, so I said 2 forms were given to us.
Okay.
One was a one-on-one tuition,
Okay.
and then the other one was a group, I think a cohort of 8 or so.
Sure.
But the lady didn't really talk about the second one. She spoke about just the one-on-one.
Yes, it's true. The cohort 1, we don't have any upcoming classes because they've already started.
Okay.
So yes, and all the subsequent ones, we don't have any openings. The one-on-one, we have one starting in a few days. So that's the reason why we didn't concentrate too much. And the one-on-one, we designed it around the Ghanaian nurse. Okay, so we found a Ghanaian who has been through the process, who is a teacher here, has been so in Ghana, so that the person can really be very effective in trying to make get the success out of this. So that's the reason why Amanda didn't discuss that, is because it's not an available option at this time.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for your question, Dorcas. It's a good one. Letitia Asiodua. Letitia Asiodua. Okay. Vida Lamte. Your mic is not connected, so I'll skip you. Connect your mic so I can come back to you, okay? Joyce, I saw Joyce Lai. Joyce Lai.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Please, I've put one question at the chat box that has not been answered. I don't know if I can ask it here.
Ask it here. Is it the NCLEX question?
No, it's about the certificate matter that sister was explaining.
Okay.
I'm a general nurse and then a geriatric nurse by specialty.
Okay.
And then I have diploma in nursing, but I have BS, bachelor's in education, health sciences, as general nurse as my major area. And I have a master's in geriatric nursing too.
Okay.
So I want to know if I qualify for apply, because she was saying you have a diploma in nursing and then BSc in nursing. By my own is bachelor's in education, health sciences from University of Cape Coast, Ghana.
Okay. I think that since your foundation is general nursing, you should qualify.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, but I think yours will be something that if you are interested, I will have you talk to the professor so that she can help make that. She can help you make that. What you call it?
Okay.
Help you make that decision.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear. All right.
But just reading what you're saying, you shouldn't have a problem.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Where was I? Yvonne Prempe. Yvonne Prempe.
Yes, sir.
Yes. What's your question, Yvonne?
Oh, I don't have a question. Thank you.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right. Juliana, I can't see the last name, but it's M-E-M-A-N, but I can't see the rest. Juliana.
No, please, I don't have any question.
Okay, thank you. Joyce Ochre, do you have a question? V, I will advise you to turn your camera off, okay? Because we can see you. V, okay. Mary Atibire, do you have a question?
Yes, please. Please,
Please
I want
ask.
to know the cost of the NCLEX exam.
Cost of the NCLEX exam, I believe, is
Yes.
$200, but we will send you a link and then you can check, okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Amanda, if you can provide the link to the NCLEX website. Yeah. Okay. There's a person using Samsung SMA1. You have a question?
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Please, I want to know if a cohort class can be organized for us. So I want to know if
Cohort class, please explain that.
or maybe a number of people for a class. I don't think maybe some people can afford the one-on-one class. So if we are many, the amount or the fees will be subsidized for us in order to do the classes. And also I want to know if we are to write IELTS in case we pass the NCLEX exams. Do we also need IELTS? Because in some countries you need to pass IELTS exams before you qualify.
Good, thank you.
That's my question.
To the first question, we always have cohort classes. We just haven't started, we just started one, so we have to exhaust that before the next one begins. So you can wait, but the cost factor, the cohort class, I think is $1,150. So it's not cheaper. And for the cohort class, the way it's structured, she requires full payment before you begin the class. So you can do the monthly payments that are available in this instance. That's the first one. For the IELTS, yes. The states that we are working with, they don't require it. 2 of the 3 employers don't require it. However, the immigration services, the embassy requires the IELTS now for all people coming from, I know only one country in Africa is excluded. South Africa is excluded. The rest, you have to take the IELTS. And that is a new principle. So first, in the beginning, you didn't have to. Now you have to. So I hope I've answered those questions for you. Isaac.
Please. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Isaac Makponga. Okay, this has gone by very fast. Okay, Cynthia. 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 Okay, Konto. Konto. Okay. If I didn't mention your name, I didn't see you. So if you raise your hands, then I know that I missed you. Oh, sorry, Isaac Ofori. Can you unmute yourself and ask your question, please?
Yeah, go ahead. All right, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Isaac.
Yeah, so I'm sorry I received the meeting ID well, quite late, so I just joined about 5 minutes ago. I'm quite sure, but then I plead if you could help me with a summary of vital information said here.
Okay, I think maybe towards the end we will kind of summarize the meeting. So just give us a few minutes. Let's answer the questions, and we'll answer your question for you. Okay.
All right, sir.
We will answer it for you. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Okay, you guys have been good. I think maybe we've answered. Okay, I saw a hand. Who's that? Amanda, am I missing a hand?
Dorcas Laryea.
Okay, Dorcas, you can ask your question.
Okay, Mr. Frimpong.
Yes.
Please, can we know when the ongoing cohort class will end?
When does it end, Amanda?
I believe it should end in July.
I think it ends in July.
Yeah.
Is that July or August? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Samsung SMA135F within what? You have a question? Samsung. Okay. All right. Amanda is going to kind of take over and recap what she presented. And yeah, so thank you guys very much. I appreciate all of you. Let us know if
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Frimpong, for your presentation. Once again, I think this is a good opportunity. I know sometimes when it comes to some of these things, we understand the financial burden as well. But I think if we can all look at it from the perspective of investing into something worthwhile. Sometimes I even ask myself, and I wish or I wonder that if I had a sister or a brother back home in Ghana who is a nurse, a registered general nurse, hey, this opportunity will be something that I would have asked them to, embark upon, because it's a very good opportunity. I still see some questions, so I think I'll just ask Dorcas. Dorcas, do you have a question? Then I'll ask Hannah too. Okay.
Sorry, I don't have a question.
All right, sure.
Sorry,
Thank
sorry.
you. No, you're fine.
No.
Okay, Hannah, I see you have a question. Hannah, I think you're muted.
Hello?
Yeah, Hannah, I can hear you now.
I didn't get when he was explaining the NCLEX with the IELTS. I didn't get the answer well.
Well,
Do we
okay, so
necessarily need the IELTS or we
you
don't
would
need the
need,
IELTS?
so the thing is, the hospital that we are recruiting for does not require the IELTS. But when you're going through like a visa screening process at the embassy, they would need you to have passed the IELTS.
Okay.
So technically you have to write it. Like it helps. It will help you. It will avoid, like it will prevent you from, getting to the last minute or the last point and now realizing you have to take it. So we just let you know that you have the chance, at least now, before you even start the process, to take the IELTS, and then we take it from there. So I see that Samsung SM also has his or her hand raised. So Samsung, sorry for using that name, but
please. I'm Anita. Please,
hi, Anita.
What is the pass mark for the IELTS?
So I will have to confirm with that.
What's the pass mark for the IELTS?
Just a moment. Let me just confirm this. So Anita, I will confirm it and then I'll let you know. But then the minimum overall score for the IELTS is 6.5. So you should be within, like, that's the minimum score for IELTS. Okay.
The IELTS is 6.5.
And do we need
That's
to
a
write
minimum
academic
score.
or just a general one?
I think it should.
Do we need to write academic or just a general one?
It should be an academic IELTS.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Anita. And I don't know if anybody else has any more questions. Okay, so once again, I've put our email address in the chat. It is nclex@aspireskillshub.com. If you have any questions, if you do not understand anything, if you want to seek more clarification on anything, please reach out to us and then we'll do our best to respond to your questions. And I think, as Joshua rightly said, this is a great opportunity. And for those who have started the process with us, they've realized how beneficial it is. I think sometimes we tend to think that maybe it's an easy thing, but then for those who have started taking the classes, they realize the huge disparity between what like the Ghanaian nursing system is and the American health system is. So once you invest into this and you get the opportunity to be here and to work and to enjoy all these delicious benefits, it will be worth it. So just to wrap up, if you want to begin the process, please send us an email via NCLEX@aspireskillshub.com. You can, if you have general questions, I can answer those questions for you. And if you want to start perhaps the one-on-one, or maybe if eventually we have maybe cohort style, we will let you know, and then you can always come on that one as well. But then once you reach out to us, I'll send you a form. The form again, you review the form. If you do not understand anything in the form, please do not be afraid to let us know. If you have any questions, once again, please do not be afraid to let us know. Any questions, no question is little or no question is absurd. Any kind of questions that you have, please ask us and we'll do our very best to respond to that. So I can see Anita has.
Please, I have a question.
Please, who is this?
Bright, John.
Hi, Bright.
Yeah. Okay, please, my question is, I want to school. I want to continue. I have the BSc nursing from Presby University.
Okay.
Yeah, so I applied to one of the schools in USA called Urban University of Montgomery.
Okay.
But through the process, I got stuck on the way.
Okay.
So if you can help me out with a school.
Right. Okay, so that's also another good one. And I know we came here for nursing, but I will just digress just a bit. So we do have scholarships programs for students as well. So if you're a Ghanaian student and you want to further your education, maybe you have a sister, you have a brother, you have a daughter, you have a son, you have a friend who wants to travel to the US for school, yes, we do have those scholarships and we do have those programs as well. So you can reach out to us. I'll also put that email address in the chat, but for anybody who wants to know, the email address is scholarships. There is an S at the end of the scholarship. So scholarships@aspirebusinessnetwork.com. We have scholarships for students who want to pursue their degree in the US. For example, I'm a beneficiary of this scholarship and I've been able to be here and complete my education. So if you want to pursue your education in the US, there's also another opportunity. You can talk to your brothers, your sisters about it. And the process is very simple. So Bright, just as you got stuck maybe with this one that you had, what we do is that we take you through the process and then we are with you every step of the way. Okay, so the parts that we feel like you shouldn't do, you should do this better, we advise you so that you don't have to go through any kind of stress for, wanting to go through this. So in case I know sometimes we hear lots of stories, but I am a testimony of applying through Aspire Business Network and getting things done without any stress and hassle. So give it a chance if you can. Anita, please, do you have more questions?
Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay,
Please, I
Anita.
work in a health center. I work in a
Okay.
health center.
Okay.
Low bed capacity. Do I qualify? Because some agencies, for those who work in a health center, they don't qualify.
Right. So I'll have to check on that. So Anita, if you don't mind, please send us an email, okay, so that I can follow up on that for you. I don't want to just give you any kind of answer off the top of my head, okay, because it may not be true.
Okay.
So you just send us an email, and then I will get you connected, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. I've put in our chat our hub website so that you can check it out for those who are interested. And I'm putting in the chat our scholarships email address for anybody who has a brother, a sister, a friend, anybody that you know who perhaps wants to come to the US. And it's not just the US, we also have mainly a full scholarship. Is a fully funded scholarship in China, but that one is for selected programs. So just in case you also know somebody who wants to travel to China, that is also an opportunity for them as well. So in the apps, I don't know if Joshua has something else to say before we just wrap this up.
No, I don't really have any question.
Okay. So thank you, Joshua. Thank you.
I think Anita was asking whether she can get into whether she can be recruited. And are you a registered nurse or you work in the healthcare as a nurse assistant?
Oh, please, I'm a registered nurse.
Okay, yeah. So if you're a registered nurse, then you should qualify.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just what I wanted to just confirm.
Thank you. Thank you, Joshua. So just to wrap up, we just want to say thank you all so much for your time, because today's a Friday and I know that it's like 6:31 in Ghana, and you may have had plans, to just go out and have fun, but you are here with us. So we really, really do appreciate it. And we look forward to hearing back from you guys very, very soon. We will love to work with each and every one of you. So in the absence of further questions, thank you, Mr. Frimpong, and thank you, Auntie Ellen, for putting this together. And thank you, Joshua, for making time to be here. Have a beautiful evening and have a lovely, lovely, lovely weekend. Thank you, and bye-bye.